New to Rainbow Six on PC and I'm watching you play on 800 DPI and I'm so lost. How do you flick and move like that? Because 800 DPI is super slow for me compared to a 180. Because DPI isn't the only way of measuring speed, my friend. DPI is just one of the 3 factors that matters, right? You gotta, to know what speed I actually have, you gotta look at your multiplier, which is default 0.002, or 0.02, sorry, which mine is. You gotta look at your DPI, minus 800, and you gotta look at your in-game sense, where minus 4. So playing 800 DPI doesn't mean shit. What matters is, am I playing 800 DPI 5.5, 10.10, 100, 100? Because, look, this is 800 DPI. Pretty slow, right? And this is also 800 DPI. Pretty fast, right? So the DPI itself doesn't matter. The DPI in conjunction with the in-game sense matters. Now my sense is quite low. I can just about do like a 360 with my entire mouse mat. I do a little bit more than that, right? I said with a desk mat, by the way. If it's too slow for you, increase the in-game sense. If it's too fast, decrease it. You shouldn't touch your DPI ever. You just touch your in-game sense. But playing 800 DPI 6.6 is like the Pro League average, or used to be at least, back last I checked. So 800 DPI 6.6 is the Pro League standard for high competitive play, DPI-wise and sense-wise, speed-wise, right? That is the very, very norm. That is the norm. And if that's too slow for you, you go 7.7, then you try 8.8, then you try 9.9. You just keep going up one at a time until you figure out like, oh, this is good. And if you can't do a 180, it's because of 2 things. Either one, your mouse mat is tiny, which then you just need to naturally have a higher sense because your mouse mat's tiny, right? And 2, you're not using your arm or hand correctly with a low sense. When you use a low sense, you gotta use your shoulder and you gotta use your arm. You can't just sit like this and drag left and right with your wrist. You gotta swirl out from the elbow. You swirl from elbow and you swirl with your shoulder. Right? Whenever I, on a low sense, you see my mouse at the bottom of your screen. If I am a high sense player, I can sit like this. However, with a low sense, you gotta go like this. You gotta really take it in like this, right? That's how I do a 360. I go from here and I swirl all the way over with my elbow and my shoulder. Because I can't just do it like that with my wrist. That's only gonna give me like 90 degrees, right? That's not enough. So I gotta go all the way over. I do that on the, obviously up here. Elbow, edge of the table. Elbow, edge of table. And I can swirl like this. And if I gotta go far, I'll swirl in with my shoulder as well. Right? So here. Elbow, edge of desk, down, you play. You use your wrist for micro adjustments, and you use your arm for the bigger flicks. You cannot flick with a wrist on a low sense. Razer mouse, yup. It's a Def Adder V2 Pro. I used it for Valorant, and I quite liked it, but I don't think I like it for Siege, because of the aiming is different. Aiming is very different across the different games. Also, you guys are staring at my face still. What's up with that? I'm gonna find the perfect FOV. FOV doesn't matter, generally speaking. Pick whatever you want. You can be a basic guy, go 90. You can be edgy, go 75. You can be super weird and go 60. Like, FOV doesn't matter. FOV is never going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things. The only thing that really matters is your sensitivity. That's the only factor or setting that will actually change your performance. If you play with a sense too high, often you will see either you like shaking or like, you know, like stuttering. Or you won't be able to, like, if you swing this angle and the guy white swings it, you overflick because your sense is so high and it's hard to like retract it because your sense is so like flicky and like imprecise. It can also be hard to control recoil because there isn't a lot of recoil in Siege. So when you have a high sense, it's hard to make micro adjustments. Whereas when you have a low sense, the only issue could be flicking, right? If somebody's far away, it'd be hard to flick it. That's why some people, like Shaiko, like Citizen, they play a fast hip fire and a slow ADS speed. That way you get both out of it. So that when you're hip firing, you're fast. When you're ADS, you're slow. That's why people do that. You kind of get the best of both worlds. But it's also twice as hard to learn, I would argue. Because you're learning two sensitivities, essentially, right? You're learning both the hipfire and the ADS version of that same speed. No, Yuma. So, settings generally don't matter a whole lot in any video game, or most video games at least. Playing 4 or 3 isn't going to make you play drastically better, and playing a high sense, unless you're a high sense player, of course that can matter. But settings themselves generally don't have a lot of impact. Sense and mouse, how you grip your mouse, comfortability, ergonomics, they matter the most. But what keyboard you use, what like sensitivity you use, or like, sorry, what field of view you use, those don't matter. Those do not matter. That's kind of like the fine tuning. Like that, let's say that makes you like 1% better. Your sense makes you like 50% better. And like game sense awareness, you know, understanding sound cues, decision making, clutching, communication, they make up the majority of the difference, right? You can have great aim, but not understand the game, and you're not going to do very good. You can understand sound to great effect, but you can't hit your shots, so that doesn't matter. Or, you know, you need it all, essentially. Must the vertical DPI be the same as the horizontal? It doesn't have to, but if you think about it, it makes the most sense that it is, right? If you have... Because we're humans. We're very logical and creatures. If you have 4 on horizontal and 27 horizontal and 4 vertical, you gotta basically calculate perfectly off feeling how much to go down while going left to get your wanted outcome. And Prixie with the 20 gifted subs. Merry Christmas, everybody. Alu. Wait, is this free? Wait, is this free? Am I blind? It is free. In fact, it is so free. It's so free, dude. What? I got something. What the? Oh god, what is happening? What is happening here? That was the other guy, the Capitao. Hit him. What? Not the blurry vision. What is that?